A lot has happened up to this point, so let me catch you up. Colin Lillard is an uneducated, un-American tyrant who is the captain of the Dover Marshal's office in Dover, Arkansas. In 10 days' time, Colin Lillard ticketed a jailer from a neighboring town for flipping him off, while Lillard wasn't even on duty and was in his personal car with his wife. He arrested Cody Duos for quietly cursing in City Hall while trying to make a records request in reference to a bad traffic stop that Lillard had made earlier that day. And then he arrests me for protesting Cody's arrest, along with busting my lip and bruising my tooth on a window, throwing me to the ground, and then choking me in a back room with no cameras, all for no other reason than his ego is bigger than his brain. I'm taken to Johnson County Jail, which is the next county over, instead of Pope County, where Dover is. Garrett from fiveOmedia discovers that Dover has been unlawfully taking prisoners to Johnson County for an upcharge because of a backroom handshake deal that was made by officers who were terminated earlier last year. And by the way, this has all come to a stop after being exposed. And to top it all off, I get a death threat phone call from who I believe to be the son of Captain Colin Lillard. Links to all these videos will be in the description and comment section. Yo, alrighty. I'm here at the Conway police station. I'm not a big fan of calling the police. 9 times out of 10, they just make whatever situation you're in worse. But what I'm doing here today is filing a report because, if you haven't seen it already, I was arrested a couple weeks ago for free speech by Captain Colin Lillard from the Dover Marshal's office. Well, a week or two later, I get a phone call from someone that says they know my name, they know my number, they know my address. I ask them, what are you doing with that information? They said, well, I'm going to come to your house and shoot you in the head. I found out that person, Reagan Lillard. Reagan Lillard is the son of Captain Colin Lillard. So I made the report, but I've heard nothing back, and I didn't expect to, but I am curious what happened. I haven't been able to find anything online, but I'm sure he didn't do a day in jail and was offered some kind of deal. Because we all know, to the corrupt government, like the people in Dover, one of their kids threatening someone's life obviously isn't as bad as a free citizen saying a curse word in public. So away I go, kidnapped and beaten for foul language in America. As I mentioned, I'm being taken to the Johnson County Jail, which is a half-hour ride from the Dover Marshal's office. 30 whole minutes of Captain Colin Lillard saying things that the Marshal's office do not want you to hear or see.
Dover City Hall.
Hello, I was looking for Chief Titsworth.
Okay, hold on, let me see if he's in.
Thanks.
This is Chief Titsworth. Can I help you?
Hey Josh, this is Justin. I made a FOIA request trying to get the camera from the back seat of Lillard's car.
Yes, sir.
And I was told that there wasn't any.
There's not a video of that.
So do you just have cameras back there that don't work?
I'm just saying there's not a video of that.
And I asked another question about, do the cameras work in the back seat?
They do.
So then why isn't there a video of it?
I'm just telling you, if there's the video, you
So they do work, and Captain Lillard told me that it was on while I was back there, and there was a light on, if I remember right. So it is definitely on. You're telling me that they do work,
but mysteriously when I was back there, you don't have the camera, or you don't have the footage. You're saying?
There's no camera footage. I've already told you that. If there was camera footage, you would have it.
But you're admitting that the cameras do work. So what? So I'm asking, what happened?
Listen, I'm not talking in circles here. Okay.
No, we're not talking in circles. I am repeating that you admit the cameras work.
Well, I'm not going to repeat it over and over.
I'm not asking you to repeat it, brother. You gotta stay with the conversation. You gotta stay with the conversation. So I asked a whole different question. No, okay, so
no video.
yes, I understand. So the third question, why you aren't staying with the conversation, is why isn't there video? If you're saying they work, why don't I have video? Why is the question, not if.
I'm just saying there's no video.
Yes, why not? Why not? Answer the question.
Don't tell me what to do, but
I will tell you what to do. Answer the question. Dude, lose your attitude and answer. Hey, you can't answer the question, so that's why you're getting mad.
No, I'm not mad.
You sure are. Just tell me, why isn't there? Why don't I have camera footage? Why wasn't it on? Because you're hiding it? Because you know there's some bad. Because you know some bad crap happened on that car ride, and you don't want it to be seen. Is that what it is?
Got any more questions for me?
Why isn't there camera footage?
Right. Have a good day, bud.
Hey, no. You're gonna okay.
While on the subject of Titsworth, let's go back to May of 2023 before he was chief and he was still captain. When he charged a woman named Tasha Ray for filing a false police report because after filing the report, she told him he better not sweep this under the rug like the Dover Marshals are known to do. So in response, he swept it under the rug and charged her with filing a false report because that was easier than actually doing his job. The at the time captain, Josh Titsworth, even writes in his report, "Before I could review the footage, Mrs. Holbrook, who is now Ray, Mrs. Holbrook came to the office to see if I had watched the video. I told her I had not seen it just yet and that I would get back to her on it. Miss Holbrook told me that she needed Mr. Hampton's insurance information. I asked her about the damage that was already on her car and what was she claiming that he had done. She verbally stated to me that Mr. Hampton hit her so hard that it rocked the car. She also stated that we sweep things under the rug, and she didn't want that to happen. After after a review of the PDQ video and the statement from Mr. Sutterfield, I have come to the conclusion that Miss Holbrook made a false report. Although Mr. Hampton got very close, but did not hit her car and certainly didn't ram it like she told the dispatcher, I also saw in the footage that Miss Holbrook was staring at Mr. Hampton almost like she was looking to have issues. Okay. After she got her gas, she held her hand out the door of the car. I am sure there were words and gestures exchanged between them. I did not do an accident or property damage report because no contact was made between the vehicles. I also told Mrs. Holbrook that we are not going to sweep this under the rug, and I wrote her a citation for filing a false police report.
We pulled up to get gas, me and my two grandkids. What is his name, Paul? Yeah, Kendall pulled up in front of me in that big old truck. And I was born and raised in Dover, and so I know everybody. But anyway, he pulled up in that big old truck. He doesn't like us, so he was flipping me off and like revving up his engine. And so I told my granddaughter, I said, "Look at this dude." I was like, "So what's he up to?" Well, he that truck plumb up and hit my car, flipping me off, and like up in the window.
I wonder if he didn't even realize his vehicle was rolling because he was flipping you off. I wonder if it was on purpose or accident.
No.
Regardless, he's in the wrong, but I'm just curious if he didn't even notice.
He was revving his engine up, like pulling up, trying to intimidate me. And so anyway, then he actually hits my car, and my grandson was kind of leaned up between the seats, and it knocked him plumb back in the seat. And my granddaughter was in the front seat. And so I got out and I said, "I know damn well you didn't just hit my car." And he was like still flipping me off, you know. Well, when I did that, this other lady comes around there and she goes, "Oh my God, did he hit your car?" And then he backs his truck up. Like the second video shows him back up. Well, then I thought, well, I'm calling the cops. So I called the police and they come out there. Well, it was Titsworth and another guy that come out there. He said, well, he's obviously not hitting your vehicle. And I said, he hit my car. I said, pull the videos and look at it. He hit my car. Titsworth said they would review the videos and for me to wait 2 or 3 days and come by the police department. So I did. And he said, well, we reviewed the videos and we didn't see anything. And I said, Joshua, do not shove this under the rug. I said, this is bullshit. He had no business hitting my vehicle, trying to intimidate me. Do your job. Well, when I done that, he went back into his office. He come back with his ticket book and writes me a $380 ticket for filing a false police report and told me nothing happened.
Now, isn't it illegal to flip people off? Now, isn't it illegal to flip people off? According to the Dover Marshal's office, you can go to jail for it. So why didn't he go to jail for flipping you off?
It wasn't illegal that day. Yeah, it wasn't illegal that day at all.
So you can flip other people off. Yeah, you just can't flip off the cops, I guess, is what's happening.
When I left there that day, I was mad. I mean, I'm just telling you, I was livid because I didn't have money for no lawyer to fight that. So I had to go to court and pay a $380 ticket. I pled no contest, so I still had to pay the ticket, which is basically admitting guilt. Then I left there and I went to the headquarters or the corporate office for the PDQ office. I told them I wanted the video footage. Well, I got the video footage and clearly it shows him hitting my vehicle. Went down there and picked up this report that Josh Titsworth writes out. It clearly states that I came down there angry and told him to do his job, not to sweep it under the rug. And that's exactly what I told him. And I paid that $380 ticket that day.
That sucks.
Got filing a false police report on my record.
They can't get a fucking lawyer from around here because all of a sudden the bitch is sucking each other's assholes.
Yeah, the lawyers are crooked around
Oh,
here.
yeah.
They're all in the same bucket.
We tried. We can't get by Little Rock to do anything with Polk County.
Well, I got one. And
well, good for you, and I hope you shove it right in their crooked asses.
One last question. Does Titsworth have any reason to not like you before this happened with the guy hitting your car and shit? Was there like...
No, I'll tell you what happened. I actually owned a food truck and I used to feed them sorry bastards for free.
Wow.
Because that's what I do. Like I would just feed them while they were on duty. I'd feed them for free.
And he still did you like that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, shoved it right in my ass.
Wow.
Like I was nobody. Lillard, I seen him at the Dollar General store, and I told him, I said, Colin, you know damn well, if y'all looked at that video, it shows him hit my car. And he shrugged his shoulders, and I said, that's crooked as hell, y'all done me wrong, and it's bullshit. And he said, I didn't have anything to do with that, Tasha. That was Josh.
Him and now Titsworth are running this shit, and this is how they treat people that feed them for free. So how are they going to treat anybody else? This is crazy.
Yeah, I have literally fed them. They have driven to my house, walked across my yard, and I have fed them for free multiple times. Have I not, Paul? Multiple times.
Josh is just doing that because he gets paid by hush puppy, whatever.
He's got 10 kids and still making more. His wife is the school nurse. He's the Dover police chief. They're probably getting food stamps and welfare, just built a big new house. There's no telling. Dover's paying it. I won't even buy a sip of water in Dover, Arkansas right now because I'm not paying their fucking wages.
Our original plea hearing was on January 6th, and fiveOmedia, amongst others, were there to document and support. However, the judge, Deidre Luker, recused herself from the case, pushing our plea hearing to March 3rd. So the day of my arrest, Captain Lillard claims to have called the prosecuting attorney, Jeff Phillips.
How am I disorderly?
Huh? Using foul language in public place?
I'm allowed to, dude.
Yeah, okay, well, I just talked to the prosecutor, and he feels different.
Well, he doesn't know, and you're about to get into yourself a lot of trouble, brother.
There's the
in the books.
There you go.
The prosecutor will be in the same boat as you.
Now, Jeff Phillips is over 3 counties. The son of Jeff Phillips is Jacob Phillips, who is the prosecuting attorney for the city of Dover. And Jacob Phillips refuses to drop the charges on the jailer, Cody Duos, or me, despite the general counsel and administrative director of the Arkansas Municipal League, John Wilkerson, holding a statewide meeting last month primarily about yours truly, me, and clearly stating you cannot arrest people for cursing in public.
What he does, what Random Patriot does, is he comes and he decides that he's going to have a test. Remember, this is all about testing. And again, I'm not knocking Random Patriot. It's his First Amendment right to do it. But the Random Patriot shows up to town. He wants to do a test. And his point, which I think is, I mean, I get what he's saying. He's saying it wasn't the word. It wasn't the F word. It was this fact that I was saying F police officers. He's not wrong. The word itself is not a violation. I can say it all day long if I wanted to, and the city can't arrest me for it. The police department can't arrest me for it.
The extension, you may dial it at any time. Please listen as our options have changed. Please press 1 for the detention center.
Johnson County Sheriff's Office.
I was trying to reach the jail.
Okay, give me just a minute. I'll send you over there.
Thanks. I made a FOIA request with Sam Smith over a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Arkansas state law says you have 3 days to respond, so she is currently under violation of Arkansas state FOIA law because I have gotten no response.
Okay, let me transfer you. She might be in her office right now.
Thanks.
What y'all do all day?
Johnson County Detention Center.
Is this Miss Samantha Smith?
No, she just stepped out for a second. This is Lieutenant Woolsey. What can I do for you, sir?
Miss Samantha Smith is currently violating Arkansas State Freedom of Information Act law. I submitted a FOIA request to her on the 19th, and I've gotten no response.
Okay, what is your name?
Justin.
Spell the last name.
It was not going to help you find my records request, but what do you need my last name for?
Well, she needs to know the name of the person she's returning a call to.
You got my number. I've emailed her. She can just respond to my email like she's lawfully supposed to do over a week ago.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Please press 1 for the detention center. Please press...
Detention center.
Hello, can I speak with Samantha Smith, please?
Is she an inmate here?
No, she's a lieutenant.
Oh, give me 1 minute. Johnson County.
Is this Miss Smith?
No, it is not.
Can I speak with Miss Smith, please?
I'll send you to her voicemail.
I don't need her voicemail. I need to speak with her. I know she's there.
Sir, she's not in her office. I will give her your message. Have a good day.
Are you okay, ma'am?